geez, it scared me.
Hi, Mike. He seemed pretty good.
So you thinking just one?
Yeah. We can have the task forces.
I understand. I don't want it too big.
How big would it be?
I was thinking 7 maybe.
I just wanted maybe not have too
Well,
much.
we could do it instead of colder.
Well, and then the reason is when you got people who are volunteers at times, so it's a good idea to get them because then people have a list that
And the thing is, and I thought about that. I thought about that too. And then I thought, she's gonna bring it back. She's bringing back to the line.
Yeah. And then there's representative from the town. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
You have a good Christmas?
Huh?
Have a good Christmas?
Yes, I did. How about you?
Wonderful. Great.
Hey, good. How you doing? Good.
Don, how are you doing?
Good.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You have a good, happy New Year?
Yeah.
Have a,
Zolman did.
I think you, I beat you actually.
You had?
I beat you.
I figured that's one night a year that I don't even you had it around.
We went to Arno's at 6. 8. Stopped at Hy-Vee and picked up a bottle of champagne and went home. And my wife drank that and I went to bed.
That sounds like a good way to do it.
should have been easy for me.
Yeah, he's an easy guy to forget.
So he's not on any, he's not a county commissioner.
For Lincoln County.
He's not listed. You go to their website.
Tiffany Landine.
Lincoln County is not.
He's been one for like 35 years.
Well, maybe I looked wrong.
But they're district.
Okay, maybe I didn't see it. I didn't.
Because they have District 135. So it's like tiny portion of tiny portion of Sioux Falls, tucking in everybody else.
Yeah, because I thought Tiffany was too, and I didn't see her on there either.
We'll see how it goes, but yeah, so.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Everybody's used to having those things now, so.
Yeah.
Cause that was the same night they did the, insurance, health insurance.
The what
It
insurance?
was the same night from the health insurance.
The health insurance one? What day did we do the health insurance one? Why can I not go to the ID card? It's usually mine. Oh, there you go. Oh, she's too full of dragon here. Foxy. Wonderful. Yeah. Oh, full-time clerk position, so that was the. Hey, who stole my pen? Right, you are correct.
Okay, don't let me sit here.
Can you, quick, make a list of those different positions, liaisons?
I got a copy of those. I got some copies.
Weren't they in your packet?
Yeah, they were in there.
Automatically log me in anymore. You know, they update me just see every 90 days. So every single time I get
And then we don't have anybody really in charge of all that. I really think, I really think that should continue because that was a good, And then,
and yet, well, to
I
carry
agree.
the
I
name.
would too. And then, you know, county
Yep, we
insurance,
send all our
maybe if we had somebody pushing
I think
2 months out that we need this thing, we're not getting it.
I don't think we need that. We can do, I mean, we do it the same every year.
We'll cross it.
But I think iteration, some of the things you contact with those insurance companies in August, then you know, or actually in July.
But, and say, and I know, Julie, what'd she say to expect, 10 or 12% increase? Is that what she said?
She said last year 10 and it was what, 40%, so it's like, take it times 4.
But then that depends upon the claims that we have through the
No,
year.
and I understand that, it's an estimate, I understand that. I think,
It's just something, every year it's an issue, it's like, try something different.
What happened to my
I agree.
agenda? You steal mine?
Yes, I did.
I made copies someplace too.
The time being a little after 6, please stand and join with me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Please put your cell phones on silent.
Wanda, your microphone. Okay,
Patty, would you take roll call, please?
Wanda,
Here.
Brian,
Here.
John,
Here.
Dan,
Here,
Don.
Here. Thank you. Is there any of the commissioners that have a reason that they need to abstain for financial conflict of interest on any of the items on the agenda for today?
I do not.
I do not.
I do not.
I do not unless Harmon Lincoln Fox Law Office has a claim that I'm unaware of.
No.
I think I saw one small one.
I'm still
No.
looking.
Bessie said there was.
No, there's one for the Fox Law Firm, and that's not
Ah,
me.
that's
That's not
that's
me.
your ex. Okay. Thank you, Wanda. I'd entertain a motion to approve the agenda if it's okay with
Mi-
everybody.
Mr. Chairman, my only change I'd like to see is number 7. I believe we were going to have that for the second meeting in January, if memory serves correct. So I would just scratch that, and we'll have that the next meeting, if that's okay with the fellow commissioners.
That was my recollection.
Okay.
Yes.
And if everybody's okay with that, I'd make a motion to approve the agenda with that change.
Second.
Motion by Dan, second by Wanda. Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed,
Aye.
the same. Motion carries. The next item on the agenda is public comment. Public comment is the time for a person to address the body on any subject. No action will be taken on a matter raised under this item of agenda until the matter itself has been specifically included on an agenda as an item upon which action will be taken. Each person has up to 3 minutes to speak. There shall be no personal attacks against the members of this body, county staff, individuals, or organizations. The chair has the authority to enforce this policy. Failure to adhere to these rules may result in forfeiture of the remaining speaking time. Is there anyone that wants to have public comment? Gary, are we clean back there? Hearing none, public comment is closed. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the December 19th, 23 minutes.
I would move the approval of the December 19, 2023 minutes.
Second.
A motion by Wanda, second by John. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Next is the approval of the December 28th, 2023 meeting minutes.
I move approval.
Second.
Ryan moves approval. Wanda seconds. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Opposed, the same. Motion carries. December payroll.
Move approval.
Second.
Have a motion by John, a second by Dan. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Next, the claims.
And we just had that one claim.
I'm sorry?
We just had that one claim.
From the ambulance? Yeah.
Yes.
Move approval of the claims.
Second.
A motion by Dan, second by Wanda. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Do we have a movement of assigned or unassigned anticipated revenue?
Is, the assigned dollars, we just have to move it to unassigned, for the Lewis and Clark Behavioral Health, the opioid.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'd move approval of that request.
Second.
Motion by Dan, second by Ryan. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, the same, motion carries. The next item was wage discussion, but,
No, we have to do the unanticipated. That
oh,
was the-
unanticipated revenue.
And that was the, dollars we received for the opioid this year. And we had two, you have the 7,000, 344.14 and 7,718.33. I need just a motion to move that into the commissioners.
Do you need a specific dollar amount in that motion? I would then move to move the unanticipated revenue.
Second.
Motion by Wanda, second by Dan. Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the wage discussion.
That was going to
And
be
that's gonna be
moved.
moved to the next meeting. The next item on the agenda is the board reorganization.
I need a motion to adjourn Sendai.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Dan, second by Wanda. Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries.
At this time, I call for nominations for chairperson.
I nominate John Marquardt for chair.
Second.
I move nomination cease.
Have a motion, a second, and a movement that the nomination cease. Discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Wanda, you second that?
I did.
Opposed?
John? Oh, I'm sorry.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
John?
Congratulations. You just stay there for a minute.
Yeah. He's not ready to go,
I
everybody.
got the signal from Patty, so.
I'm not ready to go yet.
I think you have to wait till the end.
That's
I want to
fine.
take just a couple minutes to thank people and the citizens of Yankton County and talk just a little bit about going forward. But I'd surely like to thank the Yankton County employees. I think they have done an exceptionally good job throughout most of their job assignments, and the department heads have surely moved towards better team building and better work relations between teams. Silos seem to be disappearing, and it's a much more enjoyable place to live. I'd like to thank the commissioners for working together for best solutions. We don't always agree, but that's okay. But we worked well to come up with successful services to the county residents. I think you've been forward-looking. I think we've seen some individual expertise. It's been that I called to attention. I'd go through these kind of down the list. Dan, I think, has been exceptionally active in state and regional collaboration and getting things done, and has been exceptional help to the commission. John has put in an immense amount of time in the highways and the ambulance, and in both of those departments, I think have really grown in their ability to serve the public. Ryan, technology. It's hard for me to talk about technology because I don't understand much of it, but I really believe in you, man. And the other thing, I like your common sense. You're always based with good common sense. Wanda, your legal advice and your attention to details on the agenda and asking pertinent questions has been exceptional, and I appreciate that. Everybody's done wonderful. The department heads, as I said, I think have all done very good jobs. We're heading towards better team building, better coordination between departments, and it just plain works better. In the coming year, I think we need to continue to have an emphasis on quality service, especially in the highways, the ambulance technology, strategic planning, and team development, planning, zoning, and equalization. We can't get behind on any of those, and we need to be very attentive and work hard to move forward on that. And with that said, I thank everybody in the county for supporting the commission. Again, I acknowledge that everybody doesn't agree on everything, but we've pretty much come to consensus that's acceptable to the majority of the people all the time. And now I'm ready to change.
I would like to thank Don for his year of leadership, and we really appreciate all the hard work, dedication, and the time that you spent, and I think you were a great chairman, and I thank you, Don.
Thank you.
And I would also like to thank Don for his leadership and mentorship of, I'm sure Ryan and myself being the new kids on the block, so thank you for your leadership also, Don.
I mentored DeWanda too. She's a longtime friend.
Or antagonist.
One and the same.
Hopefully that chair is as comfortable for you as it was.
Oh,
for
that'll
me.
work.
So at this time, then, I would ask for nominations for vice chair.
I'd nominate Wanda.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second for Wanda Fox to be vice chair.
I'll second. And
And a
move
second, and-
move nomination cease.
I have a nomination for Wanda Fox Howie to be vice chair. Second, and motion that nomination cease. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Congratulations, Wanda.
Thank you.
Do we do the reorganization of the liaisons now or later? Okay. Need a motion to go into a board of adjustment.
Mr. Chairman, we need
Yes,
to
ma'am.
wait till 6:30. I'd advise maybe we go on to something else
okay.
on the agenda.
Say
You want
again,
to do the malt beverage?
Sure,
They're here.
since they're here,
sure, okay.
do we not have to wait till 6:35?
All that's hearing too.
We could go task force and committee assignments, or we could do on the task force and then claims, probably. Be a good one.
Or we could do claims, that takes about
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah.
I need a motion to approve claims.
I'd move to approve claims.
I'll second.
For further discussion, my only question that I had in claims, as I was looking through, and there was one for the nurse's office for supplies. Are we gonna continue to bill that office since we don't have any county employees there, or how did we wanna do
I mean,
that?
there's a budget for it.
Yeah, but I don't think that budget is, supplies shouldn't come from the county because that's no longer a county office.
But if we're not having the nurse there, why do we need supplies?
Exactly. From how I understand it, that office as a county entity ceased to exist as of last year. Now the state is renting that, and that is a 100%, in my opinion, state responsibility. So we should not be purchasing supplies or anything for that office. That should be ran and purchased by the state.
But are these supplies going forward, or are these supplies
Yeah.
that have already been purchased and are there?
Prior to.
Yeah, and I'm okay if
And
that's the
if they're
case.
prior
They
to-
were
Yeah.
prior to.
They were from.
Okay, and I'm okay with that, but going forward, that shouldn't happen, just so we're all on the same page.
If you guys
Okay.
wanna do that, then you will have to decide for the payroll. Because the payroll is out of, when we did the budget
Okay.
for the nurses, secretaries. Now that they're moved to other departments, you have to decide then
We have
if
to
you wanna
move.
go that way. If you wanna still take the payroll out of those offices, cause it is budgeted for it.
I'm fine with keeping maybe payroll, but as far as other expenses like consumables and things like that, that'd make the most sense because we did say we were gonna reevaluate at 6 months and see.
I agree.
So are we okay with payroll coming out, but as far as other items going into
Yeah, the
that
supply
office,
should
that should be?
cease after this.
Okay,
Yes.
I
I agree with that.
fine, I'm fine with that then.
So we all on the same page?
Yes.
Yes, so I have a motion, do I
I
have a
just-
second?
I wanna make one more comment for the public, to recognize that in this claim group, we have one claim, $40,000+ for juvenile detention.
43.
$43,000 for juvenile detention. That's for one month. And that equals probably about a fourth of a mile of new road. That's all I have.
Okay, thanks, Dan. Don? So I have a motion and a second to approve the claims. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. We're gonna do committee assignments at this point in time.
It's fine.
Do you already know who's going with?
No, there's.
I don't even have a list.
I think the way we had covered it previously is we kind of went down through the list, and if somebody was not wanting to repeat, they backed out, and if somebody had extreme interest, we added them
I
in.
think that's a good idea.
I don't know about the rest of you folks, but I'd like to stay on the highway and safety center.
Well, I'd suggest we start at the top.
I don't have a list, so I can't start at the top.
You wanna give me?
Thank you.
Can I look at this?
Okay, so starting at the top of the list, ambulance liaison is myself, John Markwart. I'm totally satisfied with staying there. On the list, we have chamber governmental affairs.
And I wonder if this one isn't one that could go away. The chamber has kind of ceased to exist. I can't imagine you've gotten a lot of calls on that, so.
Zero.
I think that's probably,
That's with
buy-
Thrive at the bottom.
Yeah, that's with
Yep,
Thrive.
yep.
yeah, a bygone thing. I would just scratch that whole
I'm gonna remove
one
that
off of there.
Patty. Community health nurse, that was mine, and that has gone away also, so we'll
Scratch
scratch that one. County Planning Committee, Don Kettering was appointed to that as a liaison. Don, what are your thoughts?
I'd continue on.
Okay, Don Kettering stays there. Director of Equalization, Ryan.
You skipped District 3.
Yeah. District
I'm
3,
sorry.
I'd be willing to trade that with somebody else if they would want it, if Don or.
I would be
wanted-
interested in that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, I'll
Okay,
hand it
Don?
over.
I'm sorry for skipping that one. Director of Equalization, Ryan, what are your thoughts there?
I'd like to stay on.
Okay. Drainage Board? Ryan, you're the chairman, so
Yeah,
you don't have
I'm-
much choice there.
It hasn't been painful, so I'll stay on.
Yeah.
Okay,
At some point, I'd like to sit on that board, maybe next year then.
okay.
Yeah.
E911 Committee, Wanda?
That's fine.
Okay. Emergency Contact Commissioner,
That's gonna be you now,
That's
isn't
that's
it?
me,
Yeah.
okay. Emergency Contact Staff Member, Patty. Emergency Management Liaison, Homeland Security, Local Emergency Planning, that would be myself also. Extension Board, I would just soon relinquish that position. Anyone want to take that off, or,
I guess I could.
okay, Wanda, thank you. 4-H kind of goes right along with that. Interested in 4-H also, Wanda?
I think they're,
It goes the
I
same.
think they're a combined thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Federal Prison Camp Community Relations Board, Don Kettering.
Has that board ever met, Don?
Yes, it has met,
Okay,
about quarterly,
okay,
but you have to send in a request to come before the meeting, and
sure.
or they won't let you in.
Well, obviously, you've been left in, so
Yeah. They
you want to
trust-
continue doing that, Don?
No,
No, okay.
I have no interest in it.
I might do that. I
Okay,
haven't served
Dan?
on that board. I would take that from Don if you,
Okay.
if so willing.
Historical Society Board, Dan.
I could stay on that unless somebody really wants it.
Human Services Center Board, Don Kettering.
I'd stay on that because I kind of think it ties in real well with Lewis and Clark Behavioral Health.
Okay, perfect. Information Technology, Ryan, what do you
Yep.
think about
I
that?
definitely want to stay on. I got
I-
plans
I-
for that.
Yeah.
A lot of work to do.
Good deal, good deal. Joint Powers Committee, Dan Klimish.
Yeah, I could stay on that one.
Library Board, Ryan, how do you feel about that one?
If no one else really wants it, but I think I can stay on that one too.
Okay,
That's a fun board. You get thank you letters and stuff. It's a pretty good board.
It's been a more fun one this past year, but
Yeah,
it's pretty. They're good people,
yeah,
so
yeah.
okay, Mental Health Board, Don,
Yeah, I'd stay on it.
stay on that one. Physical Plant Supervisor, Grounds Maintenance, Dan?
Yeah, I wonder if there isn't a better name. We could just maybe call it County Grounds because it really deals with all the county buildings and the infrastructure, the roofs, all that other stuff. Maybe I'd just call it the County Grounds. And yeah, I could certainly stay on that unless somebody else
Okay.
wants to
You
climb
want
on
county grounds maintenance?
Yeah, just county grounds / maintenance, that'd be fine. Unless
Sure.
somebody wants to climb on the roofs with Jeff and I, but that's a pretty good,
Well,
Pretty fun.
actually, yeah. Just kind of right here. Road Committee Highway Liaison, Wanda and myself, I would truly like to stay on that along with Wanda.
yep. I think you guys make a good team.
Safety Center Committee, that includes 2 county commissioners, Wanda and Dan, have been previously on that.
I'd like to stay on that.
Okay, Dan,
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Patty, Preston Chrissy, County Sheriff, and 2 city commissioners, along with the city police chief and the city manager. The Center Board, Dan,
Yeah, I can stay on that one.
Thrive, Wanda and Don.
I think that's just Don now.
I'd like to stay on it.
Okay,
I don't think we need 2 people either.
Okay.
okay, Don. Veterans Liaison, Don,
I think John Markort would be a good
Yeah.
person.
okay,
I'd be
I
fine
can-
with that.
I'll do that. The Weed Board, Ryan,
I'm fine staying there.
okay. Yankton City Committee, Dan Klimish and John Markwart. I am good with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yankton County Conservation District, that was me. If someone else wants to take that on, I'd be more than willing to move that? Anybody wants to do the conservation?
It's not a bad gig.
Yeah, it's not.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Ryan. Yankton County Rail Authority. Ryan, you were on that. Did you have any meetings on that?
No, actually, it's a very inactive.
Do we want to keep that as an assignment, or do you think we should just, if an issue would arise, then we appoint
Bring it.
somebody? What's the best way to do that?
Makes the best common sense.
I mean, would you be okay with that? I mean, if it's something
I'd
that
be
never
fine.
meets, I don't, you know.
At the same time, in the same token,
Yeah.
if someone, if something comes up in the middle, it's like I'm kind of the pre-appointed person.
Okay,
so,
Sure.
Yeah, I'm fine with either way.
Yeah, I think just
Decide
leave
that.
it for now.
Okay.
Okay. JDAI, Wanda Fox and Don Kettering.
That's fine.
There was a
I'm
couple,
fine.
yeah,
Is that added?
a couple additional ones
Yeah.
that JDAI has been such a big issue lately that
Wanda
I
and
think you
Don.
guys have been kind of taking the lead on that anyway,
Yep.
JDAI.
Then here's another thought, to add another one for Strategic Planning Committee, Don Kettering.
I'd do that.
Okay?
I'll do a better job next year than I did last year.
You did a good
You
job.
did a
We,
good
we have a
job.
plan. We
Yeah.
just gotta make sure that it gets implemented. Housing, Dan Clemish and Don Kettering. That would be
Yep.
another, additional
Yep.
committee, kind of.
I'm
Yep.
fine with that.
And we kind of discussed county insurance, and that's just myself and Don Kettering to move that a little bit, give us a little bit more heads up on that one.
Just insurance committee?
Yep.
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 It's a good list.
And then also, my thought is adding a budget committee, and that would be just something that we could have one or two commissioners on that committee and move that forward with the department heads to get working with them to make sure that our budget is as rock solid as it can be.
I think that's a good thing for maybe chair, vice chair or something, because a lot of organizations do that. They'll have kind of the layout, this is our idea for a budget, and go that way. That might be I think that's a good idea to at least consider that.
So thinking chair, vice chair,
Yeah.
Patty?
Yeah, and then, it'll still.
And department
obviously-
heads
yeah,
also, but-
It'll still come to the whole commission for review, but at least there's a little
in
more
favor of that?
guidance on what we need to do that way.
So Pat, myself and Wanda?
Sure, and myself,
that-
and myself.
I'm just budget board or?
Yep, sounds good.
Can't need a motion to approve those?
Can I get a motion to approve the,
I'd move to approve the new committee assignments for 2024.
I'll second. You got it.
got a motion, Wanda, second Ryan. Further discussion? Hearing none. I need a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And now we are at 6:30, so let's
I would-
do the
I would move to go into the Board of
Board of
Adjustment.
Second.
discussion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Is that Dan or Ryan?
Wanda and Dan.
Nope, I beat you this time. It was
Yeah.
it's close.
Applicant wishes to install wind energy conversion system in an ag district per Article 5, Section 507, and Article 26, Section 2603. Said property is legally described as the east half of the northwest quarter, except the west 175 feet of the east 194 feet, of the south 267 feet. In Section 36, Township 93 North, Range 54 West of Principal Meridian, Yankton County, South Dakota. This is a 128 feet tall tower that's basically going to be used for private use. 15 kilowatts, meets all the setbacks, and Mr. Bai is in attendance if you have any other questions.
Any questions from the commission?
I'd move approval of the CUP.
Maybe, public comment and then,
We have any public comments on?
I would
on this?
also recommend that any motion include approval per findings of fact.
Any public comment? Hearing or seeing none, I have a motion to approve per finding of facts.
Second.
Second by Wanda. Any further discussion by the commission?
I think it's an interesting case because this is exactly what the wind task force needs to look at, because this one lands in sort of a hole in our code where the tower is over 80 feet, but then we go to, which wants to kick it into the commercial side. But you look at the commercial side and it has an and clause in there that says it has to be over 80 feet and 100 kilowatts or greater. So it has no place in our code right now. And so just kind of the same reasoning we have with solar. I think this is one of those cases, it's direct use. It really
Yeah.
shouldn't go through this much work.
nope.
Agree. Thanks for that explanation, Ryan. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
I would move to go back into regular session.
Second.
I have a motion by Wanda. Second by Don.
Yep.
Any further discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are now back in regular session. Next item on the agenda, new retail malt beverage and South Dakota farm wine license.
You're up.
Who pulled the short straw?
Hi.
You have
Hi.
to tell
Hi.
us your name and where you live.
Do we really? My name is Lauren. I live in Yankton.
Kristen Yankton.
And you're here because,
We need a malt beverage license for our new casino.
and where's that?
It's 4002 West 8th Street.
What does that tell me?
Okay, it's down by the lake.
Okay.
In the building that was going to be our dispensary.
That was gonna be what?
Going to be our dispensary, medical
Okay.
marijuana, but we have withdrew
Okay.
that license.
See, I'm not that good with numbers like that, so.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Okay, I guess you answered my first question because I thought it was like almost co-located with the dispensary.
Yeah, we withdrew that with the state and with the county.
Okay.
Okay,
Changed our mind.
Patty, do we have to, since it's a new license, we have to open it up for public
It's a
or not?
hearing,
It's
so-
okay, yeah,
If anybody
so-
wants to object, I think.
yep.
so at this time, I would open it up to public comment for any objections or approvals. Hearing and seeing none. Any questions from the commission?
None? I
I'd
asked
move
mine.
approval of the request.
Second.
I have a motion to approve and a second. Any further discussion by the commission? All in favor, aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda, appoint the Wind Energy Ordinance Task Force. Gary?
We have 8 people that volunteered to be on this task force. I don't know if you want all 8 or how you want to do it, but I did bring some vote sheets along. I don't know if Patty did, but basically we have Eugene Hornstra, Laura Katalik, Mike Welsh, Sherry Loos, Lauren Nelson, Ryan Heine, Robert Burns, and Mike Healy.
I think I'd be fine with all of them.
Any,
They're all good
any thoughts from the commission on 8? Do we want to cut it down to 6, 7? I think we had 6 on the solar.
We had 6. I think we would not want any more than 8.
Okay,
Do we have two
But do you want
commissioners?
8?
We only have Ryan as commissioner right now.
so I think we should have 2 commissioners. Don, would you want to be the commissioner along with Ryan?
Sure,
Sure?
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, I remember when the Solar Task Force Committee was brought up, and I kinda got the thing from Don also, so.
Yeah, paybacks, yeah.
Paybacks, okay.
I guess I'd be fine with all, if we want to just have all the people, I know it might be a lot, but it's nice to have people interested in the county, and, you know, I hate to have to vote to kick one interested person out, so.
Well, we have 9 seats around
Yeah.
the table,
That's
so that
perfect.
works.
So
Definitely,
perfect, so,
that's the limit.
yeah. I guess I'd move that we appoint the Wind Energy Task Force with the applicants in addition to Commissioner Don Kettering.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to, right, he'd be number 8, and then Don is number 9.
Any thoughts on when you want to have the meetings, when you want to start them, time, anything like that? Or do you want me to just send a note out to everybody and get some?
I think we need to, I think we need to get started on it as soon as we possibly can,
Okay,
with a game plan of having it finished by late spring at the latest.
I'll send a note out to get everybody's preference, and we'll go from there. Thanks a lot.
sounds good, thanks, Gary.
Did
Thank
we
you.
vote? Did we, motion?
Okay, we got a motion and a second.
Who was the motion?
I made the
Motion was
motion.
Dan, second Wanda.
Yep.
Any further discussion amongst the commission? Hearing none. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, we've already done the committee assignments. Now we have the
newspapers?
new
The official
official newspapers,
P&D and Observer.
P&D and the Observer. I need a motion to approve.
Move approval of the official newspapers.
Second.
Got a motion by Dan, second by Ryan. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And now the
votes
voting centers.
I'd move to approve the list of specific voting centers.
Second.
Motion by Wanda, second by Ryan to approve the voting centers. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And 2024 calendar,
Move approval.
motion by Dan, second by
Second.
Don. Further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. New claims?
Did you get claims already?
We have
We
did,
did that.
We did the claims, okay.
Public comment.
And now it is time for public comment. Do we have anyone that wishes to speak at public comment? Hearing none. Commissioner updates. Closed public comment. And commissioner updates.
I really,
Wanda?
I really have nothing of any importance to note this
Okay.
time.
Ryan?
Well, I think, I'll be talking to Patty here, and we'll arrange some time to look at website and get myself familiar to that. 'Cause I would really like to see some better information on our website, and I think there's a lot of tools out there that we can really make our site better without making headaches.
Okay, look forward to that. Don?
Nothing.
Dan?
had the opportunity to meet with our District 18 senators and representatives. It was a good meeting, a lot of, a lot of explaining the situations that all counties are in the state are, and I think it was a good exchange. And don't forget, there's some of them estimated there may be up to 800 bills this legislative session. There were 400 and some last, and it could be double that amount. And it's important that we give them our input on how this is done. Something I've realized is, and this is statewide, we have very good representatives in District 18, but a lot of them don't understand how the counties work, and when things get approved, how many times it puts stress on to the counties. And so it's important that we reach out and maintain that communication and offer our advice when we can. So that's all I have.
Okay. I guess one thing that I would like to, I'd like for the community and our constituents to know, understand that I think that we have a very good group sitting up here behind this desk. And we've accomplished a fair amount of things in 2023, and I look forward to accomplishing several more issues in 2024, and I appreciate and enjoy working with everyone up here, so thank you. I would now ask for a motion to
Items for the next meeting.
Move to
Adjourn?
adjourn? I'd move to adjourn. Unless
Items.
Ryan wants to
Next
say
meeting-
something.
Items for next meeting.
items for next
Next
meetings. Okay.
The wage discussion.
Wage discussion. And then we're gonna get an update on the old litigation that's still out there.
Yes.
From State's Attorney's
Yeah, State's
Office.
Attorney's Office in
We'll
Brockville.
have a update on the
And
drainage
any
ditch
new,
too.
oh,
so-
there,
Okay.
in addition, our December 5, 2023 minutes that were published did not reflect that. We had a discussion on moving from part-time state's attorney to full-time state's attorney. So I'm not sure if we have to republish that or just
I'll put it on the agenda for next meeting.
for
And then
correction.
it'll be in the new.
Okay.
Okay. Any other items for next meeting?
I'm sure we'll think of one.
I'd like to have monthly updates on the wind task force.
Okay.
And the one that will come right behind it will be the pipeline task force.
Correct. And one thing that I would like to add to items for, not necessarily maybe next meeting, but for upcoming meetings, is I'd like to take a look at our renewal fees for our malt beverage and liquor licenses.
Say that last part again.
I would like to look at our renewal costs
Oh,
for malt beverage and liquor licenses. To increase that to a favorable number for
Yeah,
both parties.
We may have limitations from the state on that. So
as with
some of those are
everything.
limited, yeah.
Okay, so now I would
I would
accept the motion.
I would re-move to adjourn.
A second.
I have a motion by Wanda, second by Ryan to adjourn. Any further discussions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you all for attending the meeting tonight.
Now we expect to be out of here in a half an hour.
Yeah,
The rest of
geez.
you.